I said hugs all around. I don't know what that is. But no, it's true. I am from Canada. Yeah, no. Thank you. Yeah, that's the response I expected. That's it. I know some of you are like, damn, there are actually black people in Canada? Not anymore. It's down here now. Yes. But yeah, that's me, JP Brown. What up, guys? Good to see you. Good to see you. That's my name, JP. That's the name my mom gave me. It's no word of lie. That's the name she gave me, JP Brown. You know what my dad was gonna name me? This was on my birth certificate. Not making this up. My dad was gonna name me Nnamdi Kwame Brown. Okay? Yeah. Which is African for first round draft pick. It's true. It's true. I looked it up. Knowledge is power. Stay woke. Not saying that it's a bad name. I'm not saying that it's a bad name. It's a great name. It's an awesome name. But not for me. Because I don't fit the role, okay? I mean, first off, my last name is Brown. How do you go from Nnamdi Kwame to Brown? That's like watching Star Wars and the villain's name is Darth Wilson. Like, you can't... It's like, I am your father, Luke Smith. You can't do that. Who's leading the hunger strike? Mahatma Jones. That's... Like, Nnamdi Kwame, that's the type of name that you would expect for like some mighty African warrior. Like a type you would see in like the movie Black Panther, like, and then the great Nnamdi Kwame raised his mighty spear and destroyed the Killmonger and freed Wakanda. Like, that's what you'd expect. But instead you hear the name Nnamdi Kwame and then I walk out like, hey, don't you guys hate it when video games are too short? Blatant false advertising. I look more like Nnamdi Kwame's comedic sidekick. That's what I look like. I look like a type of guy who would have a catchphrase. At the end of every sentence or every joke, I'm just like, do you catch my drift? That's what I look like, dude. There are no ancient African tales about me, I promise you. I'm a black dude who wants to learn how to play the bagpipes, okay? That's not a, yeah. That itself is a mythological tale. I don't look like a Nnamdi Kwame. I don't sound like a Nnamdi Kwame either. That's the thing. Like, here's the thing. Like, all through my life, even to this very day, a lot of black folks have been telling me that I talk white. You know what I mean? And that shit used to really piss me off, gosh darn it. Because, like, really, I mean, the whole idea that because I speak like an intelligent, educated person, because I speak in a way that everybody can understand, that means I'm talking white? Really? So, okay, so if that means I'm talking white, then talking black means what? That you're talking in a movie theater? What does that mean? I don't know what that means. Like, dude, we've had a black president in office for 8 years. When have you ever seen him addressing the public, going up to the podium like, y'all, I'm just trying to get y'all motherfuckers healthcare. What's wrong with y'all goddamn Republicans? Or it's asking me for my birth certificate? Nigga, that's some bullshit. Just trying to make sure y'all take care of your health. Bitch! Like, you never see that. Like, maybe he does that in the bedroom. I don't know. I have no idea. I have no idea. You know, like they tell me I don't talk black enough. I'm like, what does that mean? What does it mean? I don't get it. Because, and the reason why I ask that is because, which black are we talking about? Right? No, for real. Which black are we talking about? Are we well, okay, I guess we all know. But which black? But for real though, are we talking about Jamaican black? Are we talking about French black? British black? Surprise! There are black people in other places besides Africa and America. Right? Yeah, I know, it shocked me too. Holy shit. I was like, I gotta look this up. I gotta make sure this is right. Like, no, like, you try going up to a British black dude and being like, you ain't talking black. You'd be like, I beg your pardon? Why are you talking like Justin Bieber? And by the way, since when did talking white become synonymous with talking clearly and intelligently? Because, newsflash, not all white people talk clearly and intelligently. I'm sorry guys, I know I'm grossly outnumbered here. I guess I saw the demographic of the room, I was like, fuck! But it's true, not all white people talk clearly and intelligently. Have you seen Duck Dynasty? Have you? I'm basing this entirely on stereotypes here, so I want to make sure. It's like, have you listened to the way they talk? Like, that's a fine automobile, goddamn boy. Yeah, Jim Bob, Billy Bob. You gotta take a look at this here, that there car over there, home round game, home round, man, hand on it. Like, they sound like a Jimi Hendrix guitar riff. Like, boy, y'all ain't from around here, y'all turn around and get. We don't like your kind around here, no, not down who America. Like, that's. Hey, Ginger, I'm a video gamer too, dude. Yeah. Dude, I'm totally a video gamer as well. I love my video games. Yeah. And if you listen very closely, you'll hear the sound of panties everywhere staying on. It's great. It's fantastic. Just drying up. I mean, that's the stigma that we always have, right? That's what we always hear every single time. Like, yeah, you play video games, you probably don't get laid. You see what I did there? It was in my head, and then it came out of my mouth. I'm awesome. I'm awesome. Tell me I'm awesome. I need this. It's like, okay, so you're telling me that because I have a hobby that I enjoy, that means I'm not getting laid? I mean, I'm not getting laid right now, but there's a reason. There's a reason for that. It's just, you know. It's just a slow season. Hotels have it. What do you want me to say? And I noticed that nowadays, around now they're bringing back a lot of the old school retro games, like the old school retro Nintendo and the Sega. They're even bringing back the old school Atari, right? And I'm sitting there, I'm like, why? Like, we have better stuff now, dude. We have way better games now. To me, that's like saying, man, you know what? I love my smartphone. These iPhones are fantastic, but you know what we really need to bring back? Carrier pigeons. That's what we need. Fly, Archimedes. Deliver this dick pic. So we got hundreds of birds with hundreds of dick pics attached to their ankles. You better make sure it gets to the right person. Like, it's just... I've always hated whenever I hear people being like, well, back in my days, you know, these kids today, they'll never know what it's like to have blah, 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 blah. Yeah, because we have better shit now. Like, especially those people who are always like, you know, back in my days, that was real music. Oh, really? You mean back in the 1940s when it was 24/7 show tunes? Right? Like, all you hear is trumpets. Frank Sinatra just standing there. Capital City's a swinging town, cause there ain't no niggers there. Beautiful. Like, that's what you want to go back to? We put the Japanese in internment camps. Hey! Like, who loves you, baby? Like, that's what you... Oh, dude. Well, you know, TV and movies, they were way better back in my days. Really? You mean back in the 1940s when every female actress used to cry like this? Every male actor sounded like a monster. Man, what's a knockout like you than a gin joint like this, eh? Man. They used to have a soundtrack when they walk. I guarantee you, if a show like The Walking Dead came out in the 1940s, it would just be nothing but zombies in zoot suits and suspenders with bad makeup, like, ooh, I'm coming for your brains, see? You have the main character stand there. Now you listen here, Negan. We don't want you in Alexandria, you hear? Now you make like a tree and get out of here. That's what you think, Rick, because I got Lucille here, and one of these days, bang, zoom, straight to the moon. Why? Every fight scene would just be, put him up, Negan, put him up, Negan. That's how to learn, yeah. It's like, I guarantee you there would be no black actors or actresses in 1940s Walking Dead. The role of Sasha and Michonne, it would just be Abbott and Costello in blackface. That's it. That's all it would be. I say my absolute favorite video game to play is Mortal Kombat, though. The new one, like Mortal Kombat XL, is an awesome fucking game because like they have a special attack where you can like see an up-close X-ray vision of like spines being shattered and jaws getting busted and swords going right through. It causes a lot of damage. And and my friend, he watches me playing this game, and every time I do those moves, he's like, "How do they get back up after that?" Probably because it's not real, man. That's my first guess. Like, do I need to go any further? Christian Bale is not actually Batman. Okay? Bob Marley never really shot the sheriff. He did shoot the deputy though. That was all on him. Like, do we really need to say that? It's like, those are the same type of people who walk out of a movie going, man, that was so unrealistic. Like, dude, you were watching Transformers. What the fuck do you expect? Like, the whole reason that we play video games is the same reason we watch movies and TV shows, because sometimes you want to get away from reality for a while, right? Sometimes you just want to get into a fantasy world, and what better way to do it than in a video game? Video games are the only world where you can get shot 17 times with automatic rifles, fall 5 stories face first out of a high-rise, and then all you have to do is just pick up a first aid kit and you got full health again. Like, yeah! Woo! Man, that was close. Did you see that? I almost died. Holy shit. It's like, dude, nobody wants to play a realistic version of Mortal Kombat, okay? I don't want to play a realistic version of Mortal Kombat where I do a special attack and then I have to wait 30 minutes for an ambulance to show up. It's like people in the background like, please, we have a man on the ground bleeding profusely. I believe his name is Sub-Zero. Please help us. Meanwhile, the other player's character is still standing there in his fight stance, just feeling really bad about himself. Just like, dude, I'm really sorry, man. I didn't know my own strength. I didn't know this was gonna happen. I'm sorry. You're in my thoughts and prayers. Thoughts and prayers. Fast forward to the hospital. Well, Mr. Sub-Zero, it appears you have several shattered vertebrae, a completely destroyed liver and pancreas, and we have to do something about the sword that's still impaled in your abdomen. Looks like you'll be off your feet for quite some time. Sub-Zero just sitting there. Well, will I ever be able to finish him? No, I'm afraid you have to worry about finishing his operation first. Now, how did this happen? Did somebody press back circle? Because if so, your insurance doesn't cover that. That'll be the new fatality right there. Inadequate access to healthcare. That's a science. I'm a huge fan of rap music too. I love rap music. Surprise, white people. But here's the thing though. I only love underground rap though. That's my stuff. Like, I look for like lyrical depth and complexity. That's what I look for. I remember I was talking to this one dude and he was just like, yo man, I don't like underground rap. It's got too many big words. It's like he was proud of his ignorance. He was just like, yeah, I ain't learning nothing. And I was like, dude, and I realized it's dudes like that, they're the reason that when I turn on the radio, I hear shit like, she got a big booty, so I call her Big Booty. It's like, wow, it's a good thing that big booty rhymes with big booty. Otherwise, this rap shit would be so difficult. Like, there's a huge difference between the rap that's on my iTunes and the rap that's on the radio. Like, you turn on my iTunes, you hear lyrics like your sacrificial cattle, my cattle fill you with shrapnel, like grapple your tabernacle tip and rip it to the gravel, your fragile as fragile bodies that travel through Abu Dhabi, packing shotties that'll split your shell quicker than edamames. Like, you'll hear stuff like that, like real... Thanks. But you hear stuff like that, like real lyricism. And then you turn on the radio and you hear, bacon soda, I got bacon soda. Dude, these rappers on the radio, they sound like out-of-breath drunk dudes going down a flight of steps. They're not even saying words. Dude, I listen to radio rap and my credit score goes down. I listen to Lil Yachty, now I'm on food stamps. How does that happen? I listen to Future, now I have no future. It's gone, done. Dude, I did that joke at this one show, and this dude confronted me after the show, and he was like, hey man, leave radio rap alone. He said, you can't listen to no underground rap at a strip club. Okay. Who goes to strip clubs for the music? When did that start happening, that music snobs just showed up like, excuse me, before you reveal your boobies, would you please play Mozart in D minor? Some dude getting a lap dance. What do you mean you ain't got no Phil Collins? Get off me! I'm taking my business elsewhere. I can't have these butt cheeks in my face without Susu Studio. It's the greatest track ever. And let's be real here. On the real, the only reason that there's music in a strip club anyway is because without it, it would just be awkward as hell. Okay? Can you imagine some stripper just dancing in front of a bunch of dudes in dead silence? Like she's just working the pole doing the thing. I'm really bad at this, I'm sorry. She's just shaking her ass, working the pole and stuff. And it's so quiet that you can hear somebody coughing in the background. Right, you can hear the sound of the pole squeaking as she slides down it. Somebody's phone vibrates. Finally she turns around. Excuse me, would you put your phone on airplane mode? I'm trying to work on my craft here. I am an artist. Guys, if you've been a lot of fun, follow me on social media, JAYP Brown. Thank you guys so much.
JP Brown, clap your hands, let it hear you. JP Brown. Keep clapping for all the comedians you saw tonight. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Randy. I'm one of the owners here, and I want to thank Nikki and all these people that put this show together. Eric, right there. Clap your hands for the New Blood comedy team. And I'm going to give